Hey, what is up, everybody? This is Cam Jennings coming at you on behalf of EpicConversions.com. I wanted to do a quick live stream for you this morning, and today I wanted to talk to you about looking stupid versus being stupid. Pretty simple concept. It's something that I have kind of like adopted, not just in my business but in my life. Um, and I just feel like when it comes to looking stupid. We all look stupid sometimes. I mean, you know, it could be either way. Sometimes you just look dumb. It's not fun. People don't like looking stupid, but it happens, and it happens to us all. But the thing about it is, what I find is a lot of times people won't ask questions because they don't want to look stupid, right? I'll give you an example of this just today. I experienced this just this morning. This is the difference of looking stupid versus being stupid. I'll give you an example of what I mean. So somebody I follow here over here on Substack, Christina God, she wrote uh, in the notes section. This is Substack. They have like it's almost like two worlds on Substack. You have like notes and you have posts. And posts they go to all your subscribers, and notes they're kind of like this organic engine that pulls new subscribers into you. But think of posts kind of like tweets. So anyway, she tweets, "What are pledges on Substack?" Question mark. And then she says, "That's like someone saying, I'm not ready for marriage yet, but I swear, dot, dot, dot. When the time is right, I'm all in." Right? And I read that and I thought, I have no idea what this lady is talking about. I don't know what pledges on Substack are. And the funny thing is, I have a Substack. I've had a Substack for a little while now, and it's funny. I actually have paid subscribers to my Substack, but I have no idea what pledges are. And I'm like, okay. And I said to her, I commented on her post, and I said I wasn't aware of pledges. Period. And I put pledges in quotation marks. I wasn't aware of pledges. Period. This note drew my attention to something, and I looked it up. Right? So I'm basically saying to her, hey, listen, man, this note actually educated me. I had no idea what pledges even were. And then she liked that and she responded back, "You can turn pledges on to see whether people would pay for your writing. Often, my tribe members have 1 to 5 pledges before they go paid. However, I encourage everyone to offer a paid tier from day one." And, I respond back, that's smart, because that's exactly I encourage everyone personally to start a membership site as soon as they start their business from day one, starting a continuity program. So I 100% agree with her on this. But this interaction that we had here on Substack, it kind of reminded me of this, looking stupid versus being stupid kind of, philosophy that I have. And again, I think a lot of people would be afraid to comment that. See, when she said, "What are pledges on Substack?" if I didn't know what pledges were, I could have just went and looked it up and not said anything, right? But just went and educated myself. But instead, I publicly and in the comment section pointed out, I don't know what pledges are, right? This note drew my attention to something and I looked it up. So yeah, I looked it up, but I also wanted to comment that her note actually, inspired me to look something up. The reason why is because it's very simple, right? When I looked that up, I learned what pledges were. Okay, that's interesting. But because I commented, I got another reply back from her, and she said, "You can turn them on." She gave me more insight on this idea, and she gave me her philosophy on it, which I happen to share that philosophy when it comes to continuity. So the point is, I got more out of the whole situation just by, you know, leaning into this idea of looking stupid. It doesn't matter to me if I look stupid. I'm not stupid. I learned more about pledges today. So that's what I'm saying. And I even got more actually out of this simple question that I asked. I even got more out of this. I got more out of this interaction, and I'll tell you how. Because one thing I've been doing on Substack is I've been trying to do at least 1 to 2 notes a day, right? And I'm still trying to figure out what my note game is. Like, how do I make notes work for me is what I'm trying to figure out. And like, what I don't want to do is just get AI to whip up a bunch of notes for me. I don't want to do that. I want to actually write notes that have impact on people and actually pull people around me. And I want them to be in my own voice, right? I want them to be, coming from me, right? So this particular interaction inspired me to write a note today as well. And what I wrote was very simple. People shouldn't be so afraid of asking questions and looking dumb. People shouldn't be so afraid of asking questions or looking dumb. Some of my biggest breakthroughs in life and in business came on the back of asking questions that most would deem stupid, or at least not ask for fear of looking stupid. Not me. I'd rather look dumb than be dumb. So I ask away, right? Now that's more leverage that I got out of that little interaction. I got a note out of it. Now let me tell you something. I'm not done, okay? Because here's the thing. I know I want to write an email to my list today, okay? I know I want to write an email to my list today. I'm not even sure what I'm promoting, okay? I'll promote something. I have a lot of products. I have a nice infrastructure of products. And also I have some free things that I also can promote, like my Substack, for example, is free. My YouTube channel is free. So I will find something to promote, but I want to write an email today. Now this idea of looking dumb versus being dumb is also going to serve as the core idea behind my email today, okay? To take it a step further, this live stream video that you are watching, that I'm recording right now, this live stream video, it is what? It's teaching that same core message. I'd rather look dumb than be dumb, okay? I think it's a powerful, powerful message, and I think it's one that can serve you extremely well. So I say, man, fire away. What's the worst that can happen if you ask a dumb question? You look a little silly? Who cares? Who cares if you look a little silly? You're probably going to learn something. And I'll tell you what, only one time in my life, and I'm telling you guys, I've adopted this philosophy since before I was even in business. I ask people questions all the time. And I've never, only once in my life, has this philosophy somewhat backfired on me. And I wouldn't even consider it a backfire, but only once in my life has someone, tried to make me feel stupid for asking questions. And that was when I was in college. I was taking accounting. I'll never forget this. I passed accounting 1 with an A. Okay, I got an A. I did really good. I thought I was ready. I thought I was ready to rock and roll. I went on to accounting 2. Now, I didn't go to college for accounting. I went to college for business, okay? But because I went to college for business, I had to take accounting. So when I got to accounting 2, the teacher, she was talking about something, and she was writing it on the board. And like I was asking her questions, and when she answered me, her answer, I found it to be confusing. And I said, well, listen, here's what I don't understand. Boom, boom, boom. And I laid out what I don't understand, right? And what she said to me was, she said, listen, Cam, if you don't understand this, then you just need to go back to accounting 1. You're not ready for this class. That's what she said to me. And I said, well, let me tell you something, Teach. I got an A in accounting 1. But you're right about one thing. I don't think I need to be in this class. So I got up and I walked out, and that was the end of me being in that class. And I promptly signed up to take the online version of accounting 2, because scheduling, that's what it was. And I got an A in the online version of accounting 2. So it was a bad fit, right? It was a bad fit. So what I'm telling you is, sometimes people are going to laugh at you when you ask questions. Sometimes people are going to try to make you look stupid or make you feel silly or whatever. But what you have to remember is that's their deal. That's their problem. Most times, you're going to get far more out of the interaction, most interactions, if you do ask questions. You never really get much out of the interaction from being like the smartest guy in the room. You don't. I mean, is it fun to be like the leader or the guy who knows the most in the room? I don't know. I mean, I've never found it to be fun. It usually just means more responsibility. And it's fine when that falls upon you. It's fine. But what I will say is being the smartest guy in the room is pretty overrated. It's better to be in a room where you can ask people questions and and get some insights and grow as a human being, as a business person. That's been my journey anyway. I'll shut up about it, but I just want you to keep in mind I had a simple interaction on Substack today. Okay, not only did I turn that into a note, but I've turned it into a live video here, and now I'm getting ready to write an email and turn it into an email that's going to make me money today. So that being said, I hope this message finds you well. Use it. Have fun. Go forth. Conquer. And I will see you in the next one. Peace now.